Hi guys and welcome back to the channel and welcome to what will be my reaction to episode number 20 of Steins. I took a bit of time to do other stuff. I watched an episode of Free Reign and I made some dinner, and now I'm ready to tackle episode 20 the same day I watched episode 19. So if you guys watched that video, I was a little harsh and rough on episode 19, but that's only because I truly think it was maybe one of the best episodes of the season at kind of showcasing Okabe's mindset and the fact that he is going off such a deep end right now and his mental psyche is broken. He's a completely different person. I really do genuinely think the writing is incredible, and I hope that point wasn't missed in the previous episode. I don't know how that will be perceived. The video isn't out yet, but I just wanted to come in here before all that and kind of say, like, hey, I think that the writing was incredible and I do think that it was a great episode, but it is probably the one episode I never want to watch again because it really did just suck and it made me feel very uncomfortable seeing what I was seeing in that episode. One thing I also wanted to say that I kind of realized after I finished recording, like, I was just thinking about the episode some more, and I think that the comment from Kurisu about, you've always got someone here by your side. You've always got someone that can help you. You've always got someone, all that there stuff. I think that that's very relevant because Moeka doesn't have that. Moeka is by herself. She thinks she has someone, but that someone is not listening to her. That someone is rejecting her. So I think that that's kind of a really interesting parallel to show the difference between those two characters, and yet it's Okabe in this instance who is doing the awful things. It just so happens to be that Moeka is a victim of circumstance, I guess, and is fulfilling all these awful acts without questioning why, because of FB. So we're going to find out, I guess, the true villain of this story very soon with FB, and I hope that we get the answer in this episode. If we don't, I won't be too upset because we still do have like 4 or 5 more episodes to come after this. But yeah, I'm not going to yap much longer. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And comment down below letting me know any other visual novel series that you guys enjoy. And yeah, let's just dive right into this episode. Steins Gate, episode 20. Let's go. Alright, I'm just hoping that it doesn't put me in the same depressive state as the previous episode did, but let's check out episode number 20 and see what we get from this one. Oh my god, we're still doing this shit. Okay, no, this is a flashback to the previous episode. Gotcha. Okabe is going to prevent your death. You were a lab member. Your life will be saved as collateral circumstance of saving Mayushi. I don't know. Like, yeah. Alright, let's go get the IBM 5100 and let's meet FB. It's really funny because, like, the beat in the background, the good, like the good, I don't know, there's something about it with the grittiness and everything that's hacking to the gate sounds. It's almost reminding me of like a Europop song or something. Like, I don't know what it is. Just got that same energy and I love it. Oh, curse you, hacking to the gate, for putting me in such high spirits. Finalize apoptosis. I don't know what apoptosis means, but I'm not ready, but I can only be ready, I guess. Which locker is it? I suppose the large one? Oh shit, a crowbar. Stop! Hell yeah, it is. She's really helping to calm things down. Yeah. So we can't, yeah, we have to get back there before we can really worry about the IBN 5100, I guess. Makes a lot of sense. It is so close, but that's true. If we can figure out who rented the locker. Thank you for being so cool and level-headed, Kurisu. We needed you. We needed you last episode, like, dearly.
接触できるかもしれない。
Maybe. But don't you think they'll recognize you and see you?
何しに来た?
She's out getting bread.
私も FB に会いたい。
会いたくないんじゃなかったのか。会えば幻滅させると。
確かめたい。本当のこと。
俺がお前と一緒に行動すると思ったのか。
Moeka, you've got some serious problems.
話が通じないやつではないか。
I can talk to you. After last episode, that's kind of crazy. She is a broken individual. She is really far gone.
桐生萌香と一緒にいる？どうしてそうなるの？だってその人は。
とにかくそういうことだ。何か動きがあったら連絡する。
どうしたの？
なんだか最近全然オカリンとお話ししてないような気がするなって。
That's really sad. Wait, hold on. I'm thinking of something. Didn't Mayushi... ドゥッドゥルー It's been a while! ドゥッドゥルー
クリスお姉ちゃんね。
おう、
どうも。昨日はすみませんでした。
岡部に家賃5000円アップって伝えといてくれ。
5,000.
はい。
たく幸せな野郎だぜ。学生風情が部屋なんざ借りて、あんたらみたいな仲間がいて、
Yeah.
好き勝手やって。
He's a crazy guy.
だがよ、
お父さん、
But his rent's still going
サー
up.
ビス終わっちゃうよ。
よし、行くかね。
I could be wrong here, but didn't Mayushi say in episode 1 that she saw Okabe and asked for a penny or a coin for the machine and he didn't have one, and then she saw him again or something? Maybe I'm completely misremembering, but is Okabe FB? And the other version of him is the one that Mayushi saw in the other Worldline? Is the other Okabe trying to preserve that Okabe's timeline by fighting this Okabe's timeline? I don't know. I'm just bullshitting. I think M4 is right, to be honest. No one works as hard as M4. Is that Moeka?
M4?
FB がつけてくれたコードネーム。FB と私しか知らない。
You're killing someone for this person who just said a few nice words to you? That's crazy. Oh shit. It's not the right one, right? It's gonna be a different one. Or this is a messenger, a carrier guy. That maybe isn't this. That's it. Okay, so this is someone who was sent. I don't think that's actually FB. I don't think so. Yeah.
FB は女の人。
Is that true though? We've seen that in different timelines, gender can change, you know, of a person. So it's whoever it is. Ah, we're passing it on. Okay. Ah, it's the same symbol. We have seen that before. He has been an issue. Shit. We lost it. We time jumped. Huh. We're taking pictures of everybody who's carried it. All the way to FB. That was really sneakily done though, all the carrying and stuff. Oh shit, we're putting it on a truck. We're gonna need a car. Who is it? Mr. Brown? FB! B is Brown! Oh no. Surely not. I didn't even think about him. It can't be, right? He's just holding it for someone else, right? I don't know, bros. What's gonna happen? Is it Mr. Brown? How did I not think about that? The B. I've been naming every other B I could think of in the series and just never him. But he's not the actual FB, right? I just don't believe it. Is he? France. Shit.
連絡くらいしろ。
こっちも立て込んでいたんだ。
私はいい。でも、マユリには。
そういえば、もう随分話していないような気がする。
あの子もそう言ってた。
Yeah, the more we try to save Mayushi, the more we've been pushing everyone else away. Suzu has saved your ass. Tell me that that's part of this. Alright, tell me that Suzuha and the IBM 5100 and you are somewhat connected and you're not actually betraying us.
おいおい、そこはおめえ1000円増えてるじゃないですかって突っ込むところだろ。なんだよ、改まって。
It's a very serious moment.
FB という人物についてご存知ですね。俺たちは全部見ていたんです。ここから IBN5100 が運ばれるのも
裏切ったようだな、M4。
M4, the only people who know.
つけてくれた。
Yeah.
FB と私しか知らない。
まさか。
どういうこと？
フェルディナント・ブラウンって知ってるか？
Ferdinand.
ブラウン管を発明したノーベル物理学賞。
さすがだな。その頭文字は
FB じゃあ、あなたが。
嘘。
依存の次は現実逃避か。苗が寝ている。場所を変えよう。
What are you playing at? Why are you trying to kill us? Like, what are you achieving? What are you getting out of this?
どんどん変わっていきやがる。
Of course it had to be someone right under our noses, like literally right under our noses.
でもメールは
全部俺が書いた。なんで女言葉かって？お前を騙すためさ。お前だけじゃないぜ。他の奴らにもそいつが求めている人物像でメールを送ってやるんだ。もっともお前みたいな奴が一番騙しやすくて助かるがな。IBN5100 を手に入れた時点でそいつは用済みさ。
Okay, asshole.
ダイレクトメールでメンバーは集めんだよ。そういう奴らは扱いやすい。
But
用が
what's
済め
your
ば始
deal?
末もしやすい。
You're obviously working with CERN, right? Because you sent it to
あなたが
France.
セルの犬だったなんて。
犬？
鈴葉は、橋田鈴さんはそんなことをさせるためにあなたの世話をしたんじゃない。
Seriously?
お前、なんで鈴さんのことを知ってる？鈴さんには関係ねえ。
Oh, she's got everything to do with this.
ことだ。
She's the one who got the IBM 5100.
真冬のマンホールの中で寝たことあるか？まだガキだった。コンクリが冷たくてな、骨に染み上がる。ネズミが死体と間違えてかじりに。
Okay, asshole. Now
んな時さ、
tell us why you want Mayushi dead.
雲の糸。そしたら登るしかねえだろう。たとえ行き着いた先でこの手を汚すことになったとしても、気がついたら操り人形だ。
Yep.
逃れることなんかできねえ。糸から逃れた人形は
It's the 15th. She's destined to die. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. Holy shit, what is happening?
裏切り者にはし
Traitors die, screw you.
任務を完了しても消されるが、犬って言ったな。
Absolutely.
犬なんてもんじゃねえ。
Yep.
家畜さ俺たちは逃げようと思ったこともあった。逃げようとすれば家族も俺も失敗した。だが苗は何も知らねえ。
Oh no.
俺さえ死ねば。
待て。
I'm sorry, but like, what is even happening anymore? This is just awful thing after awful thing. I mean, is he using the code word M4? Yeah, and that's it.
必要ないって。
My boss. She's gonna be killed.
IBN5100?
Moeka's gonna be killed. Remember when we found this in like episode 7 or 8 or something?
橋田ならいないわよ。コミマに行くって言ってたじゃない。マユリの死を避けるには、今私たちがいるアルファ世界線から抜け出し、
We had to do something drastic.
メールを送る前の世界線。
それにはセルのデータベースにあるそのデータを消すしかないんだ。
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible, is it?
天主が未来人で僕
Yeah, imagine hearing all that.
もし全部妄想だったらオカリンラノベ作家になると思う
Light novel.
そうだったら嬉しいが。
できれば客観的データが欲しいところだけど、それはさすがに無理だし。
Yeah.
お前が作ったタイムリープマシンの出来はガチだった。
って当然で
Of
しょ。
course it did.
それに
何よ。
And?
なんでもない。
Aw.
何よ。
なんでもないって。
つなぎ終わったお設定いじらないとダメだけど10分もしないうちに始められる。
頼むスーパーハカ。
Super Heaker.
スーパーハッカ
Is he gonna finally get some peace?
それってあれでしょ。私が刺されてたとかなんとかっていう。それであんた私の体に触ろうとしたりして。
これまでの D メールをすべて取り消し世界線を元に戻す。そこはセルンが支配するディストピアが生まれない世界線、マユリが死なない世界線。
So you have to
そ
choose.
してその世界線でマキセ・クリスマ。
And she doesn't exactly believe you right now. That's why she's saying it so like nonchalantly. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, this shit is crazy. We are heading towards a bombastic finale. That's all I know. We are heading towards something crazy, and I don't know how we can change things so much that we can potentially create 2 beta Worldlines where both Mayushi survives and Kurisu. My presumption is that in the original light novel, or visual novel, sorry, you could only save one. That's my guess. You could only save one in the visual novel. And I don't know which the true ending is, what we're going to get in this anime. Crazy, crazy ride. This episode was insane. And that was episode number 20 of Steins Gate. A very eye-opening episode that gave us both a lot of answers while also giving us a lot of questions regarding what comes next. Because, yeah, things are very tricky right now. Like, I think that I liked that this episode kind of gave us time with Moeka. You know, we got some insight into the fact that Moeka is just a puppet. And this episode really kind of drove that home. She is a puppet without a master, without anywhere to go. Much like her beloved FB. Sorry, forgive me, my microphone was a little off-center there. So much like her beloved FB, she is also a puppet. I love the way this episode was structured. I really did like the structuring for this episode where, you know, at the very beginning of the episode we were following Okabe, who desperately was ready to break in and steal the IBM 5100. Like, that was what he was going to do until he was talked down by Kurisu, who basically said, look, you have to go all the way back. You can't start cutting corners now and start doing things from this point, because then Mayushi will still die. Like, Mayushi's going to die in this world line no matter what. So getting the the IBM 5100 now will do nothing. You need to go back to the original world line, and then that's how you save Mayushi. In order to do that, you need to stake out the coin locker where the the IBM 5100 is being held. You need to stake that out and figure out who comes and gets it, follow them, and that will lead you to what you need to know, the information you need from that point on. So that's what he does. He goes to start staking it out, and he doesn't know how long it's going to be. He doesn't know how long to plan to be there for, but he's ready. He's there to do it no matter what. And that's when Moeka shows up. After Moeka said in the previous episode that she did not even want to meet FB because FB must hate her because FB has cut her off. That's obviously not the case, as we learn later on in the episode. Excuse Peanut, he's just kind of like jumping around the place right now. He's being, I don't know, he's full of beans or something. He's plopping down. He's loafing. Yo, that's a really good loaf, Peanut. Moeka joins us, and we are very reluctant at first to, you know, have her join us, but we, as Okabe, say, I'll talk to you anyway. I'll talk to you for a while. And so now we have a partner in staking out FB. And Kurisu is surprised by this. And Mayushi is like, I feel like Okabe and I don't really talk anymore. We're very distant. We don't talk. And like, yeah, that's true. And that's very important because while Okabe is doing all of this for Mayushi, he's pushed her further away than ever before. He has pushed all of his friends further away than he has ever pushed them. And this is all to save them. And in doing so, he's created a rift. He's created this big divide between them all. And, you know, of course, Mayushi and Kurisu run into FB as they are returning to the lab. And he just talks about how Okabe is very lucky to be able to do all this stuff, you know, how all this freedom to do whatever he wants. And I guess that's ironic considering what we know now, because yeah, Okabe is free to do whatever he wants in a sense, and Mr. Brown is being controlled. He is a puppet. He is simply doing what others ask him to do, and he has no real control over his own actions because he is being told, you need to do this, you need to do this, and he is controlling everything else essentially. He is in charge of Moeka and all these other people. And then, you know, when we return to Moeka, we learn some really important information. We learn about the nickname of M4, and that M4 nickname is one that only she and FB know about. So now that we know that nickname, we can kind of figure out, like, okay, well, whoever answers to the name of M4 or whoever knows the name of M4 is FB, right? Like, but we're stalking out the or we're staking out rather the IBM 5100, and we finally see someone come to pick it up, and we follow them for a while, and we have to keep doing time leaps because we keep losing the package, but eventually we track it all the way, like it's being passed between like potentially up between 5 and 10 different people, and finally we track that it is being shipped onto a plane and taken all the way to France. And France, of course, is where CERN is, where the Hadron Collider is, and all that there stuff. So it's very clear that it's on its way to CERN. And I guess I kind of like forgot that because I was questioning like the shock of it being Mr. Brown. I was questioning like why he's doing this, like what's his goal, all this. And like I guess I let it slip my mind for a second because of the confusion. Like, it's very clear that he's working for CERN here, and that's upsetting because he's literally been working under our noses this entire time. Like, that's the most ironic thing of all here. And so then we meet up with Kurisu, Okabe, and Moeka. Like, we gotta go see FB, like we gotta go talk to him. And so they do. They show up at his house, and he's playing very nonchalant, like he's being very coy and just not exactly sinister or threatening or anything like that. He does seem a little shocked when he sees Moeka, but it's kind of like played off in a way of like, oh well, who are you? It's not necessarily like, what are you doing at my door? You know, it didn't seem like that. It just felt more like the former. But yeah, I guess now we know, like, he's been the guy controlling this all along. He's been in charge of these rounders that have been sent around to kill Mayushi. Has he been okay with this? Did he know he was sending them to kill Mayushi? Like, did he say that in messages? Like, that's what I need to know now. Like, what was that? And that's when he, of course, says M4. So that's why we immediately are clued in that this is Epi right here. This has to be Epi because only 2 people know that name. And the other one is in the room with us. Well, 4 people know it now because, like, you know, Okabe and Kurisu are there, but it's obviously FB speaking to us in this moment. And it's so upsetting for Moeka because she really thought that this was someone who cared about her, and she's learning the hard way, the heartbreaking way, that this is not the case. This is someone who actually was just using her. She was being used to do all these terrible, terrible things, thinking that this was for FB and that FB would praise her, FB would do things for her. Who knows? But they head somewhere else because Nae is sleeping. And yeah, I don't know why they even left. Like, I would have just stayed there because he clearly wasn't going to do anything in the place where his daughter is sleeping. I don't think he would have done a single damn thing. But when they're out in private, in the open, like, yeah, he's gonna pull out a gun if he wants. Like, he'll do whatever the hell he wants. And yeah, he shares that he tricked her because she was easily tricked and she would do whatever he wanted, and that he has done this with other people very similar to her who are very easy to trick and will follow any directions or anything like that you ask of them. And the name FB comes from Ferdinand Braun, the person who created some sort of tube. I don't know if it's related to the CRT, the cathode ray tube, or anything like that, but yeah, his name has been very ironic this entire time, I guess. Actually, I don't think his name is even Brown. I think that's just the name that Okabe gives him, because he was correcting Okabe the entire beginning of the series, and he was correcting him with his real name. I think maybe he was calling him this jokingly, but is this also something old Okabe sent back to the past for young Okabe with the memories? And this is just something he remembered and didn't know anything about, and now it's just coming up again, like, very normally. Like, there's nothing relevant there. Like, I don't know. But yeah, he stopped talking to Moeka because she was no longer any use to him. And yeah, that's got our sting for Moeka here. And the only time we see FB here showing like any real kind of emotion is when Suzuha is brought up. And he seems very protective of her. Like, she didn't do a damn thing. Like, this isn't relevant for her whatsoever. You know, all this here. He's very thankful to her, and that comes through very clearly here. And then he talks about how when he was a kid, he had to sleep in the gutters, and rats came to eat him, and so he followed a very thin string all the way to the top, and at the very top, he found out that he was just a puppet being controlled. And yeah, he's been a puppet the entire time. He is in charge of a lot of stuff, but he is also being puppeteered. So now the question comes in of who is controlling him, who is the real master, who is the absolute true time manipulator. Is this, like I theorized during this episode, is this two different Okabes battling with each other? One that wants to save Kurisu and the other that wants to save Mayushi. Is that what's happening here? I have no idea, but that's, I guess, all I can think of right now. But yeah, FB pulls out a gun and just shoots Moeka like it's nothing, because she has failed and people who fail must die. And yeah, then right after that he turns the gun on himself and says, "I'm cattle," and blows his brains out, sadly. And we get little cut sections showing Nae, where she's getting ready and she's preparing food for Mr. Brown. And yeah, it's just so upsetting to see this, because this poor child now no longer has a father in this Worldline, one that she loves very dearly, clearly, and he loves a lot too, obviously, because, you know, he's taking his own life so that her life will be protected and all this. But even still, like, you don't know that for sure. But yeah, I think it's very important that Moeka's last words are that she's sorry. That's truly her last words. She feels truly sorry. This is in a Worldline where she knows everything that has happened. She knows what she did to Mayushi, I think, anyway, and she knows everything regarding FB because she has experienced it right here. So these are genuine, true words from her. She's got tears in her eyes and she says, "I'm sorry." The fact that these are her last words, I think that means a lot. I think that says a lot about her character. I don't think she is this master manipulator, awful person that she is maybe being perceived to be throughout some of these episodes. She's just someone who needed someone to love her, someone who needed someone to look at her and appreciate her and care for her. And sadly, she was manipulated and forced and controlled to do all these awful things. And that's what we learn here, right when she says she's sorry. But Kurisu's got her head screwed on. She's screaming to Okabe to send a D-mail from Mr. Brown's phone saying to call off the search for the IBN 5100. And yeah, that's when we actually do Worldline switch, and we end up in front of Moeka, and Moeka's saying, "I don't need to look for this IBN 5100 anymore, it's over, like, good shit, like, I don't need to look for it." But this scares me, because will she be killed in this Worldline because she's not finding the IBN 5100? That's what worries me. I'm worried that she's just going to die here as a result of not finding it, not looking for it. We go back in the Worldlines and everything, and eventually we do get the IBM 5100, and we end up telling Daru and Kurisu everything. Like, we tell both of them this time, which I love. I love that Daru's finally being told, because I don't know if he ever has been in the past. And they know everything, and now, as Kurisu says, you just need to undo the first Worldline, as Daru is trying to, you know, hack into CERN again and delete the databases and everything like that, to clear them, to get them out of harm's way. This is what they're trying to do. And things look all well and good again. Okabe looks like he's finally smiling and he's finally able to rest. He's finally able to take a break and drink a Dr. Pepper. I don't know if we've seen him drink one of these in ages because he's been constantly time jumping, time leaping, and not able to find any time to relax and take it easy. And yeah, the scary then way that we end this episode is Kurisu asking Okabe if the first D meal is the one where she was stabbed. That's scary. Like, yeah, technically we have to undo the lotto. Like, I don't know if we've undone the lotto thing already, or not, but if we did, then yeah, we gotta go back to the past. We gotta go back to episode 1. Somehow, we are going to go back to where we were in episode 1 and figure out what really happened there in that first episode, because it is so strange. I don't know what happened there. And yeah, now I'm wondering if I feel like one of the characters in episode 1, I can't remember if it was Kurisu or Mayushi, said that they saw Okabe just before and he doesn't recall that. So are there two Okabes trying to preserve their own world lines here? That's a really interesting prospect, and that's, I think, where we might be going here. I think there might be two Okabes, one trying to protect Kurisu, one trying to protect Mayushi, and we're going to battle it out till the end and see who comes out on top, potentially. Scary, scary stuff. This series is going in really interesting places, and I'm glad we're kind of past that whole Moeka thing, because that was really intense. But yeah, crazy good episode again. These have been incredible episodes. Every episode of this series has been amazing. And yeah, I just don't know where we're going to go now. I'm hoping that we get some good answers coming up very soon. And yeah, we're very close to the end of the series now, so I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below letting me know any other visual novels that you guys enjoy, and yeah, that's going to do it for me. I hope that you're able to have a great day today, and take it easy, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.